Hey everybody, Simistic this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. Before we get down to that, let me first say that my neighbors are having hardwood installed in their house, so there's a lot of banging going on. I was hoping maybe they'd go on a lunch break or stop soon or something, but they've been doing it since about 8 o'clock this morning and they have yet to stop, so it's kind of either do my video with banging going on or just don't do a video at all. Obviously I want to do a video for you guys, so we're just going to have to deal with it. So if you hear some banging in the background, that's what it is. As far as what I bought today, not the most exciting day. I just quickly ran out to Goodwill to see if they had some Disney VHS tapes. As you guys may remember, a few months ago I picked up as many of the Walt Disney Masterpiece VHS tapes as I can. I was picking up, them all over the place. I eventually did complete that collection, and I started thinking, I realized I wanted to eventually pick up all the classics, aka Black Diamond VHS tapes as well. So I just ran out there really quick to see if they had anything, because they usually do carry some Disney VHS tapes. They had a couple, so I picked them up. They were only 25 cents a piece. It was a pretty decent deal. Let's take a look at what I got. The three titles I picked up were Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and 101 Dalmatians. As you can see, these are all from the classic Black Diamond releases. Definitely looking forward to completing the entire collection. So that's it for what I bought today, so now it's what I watched. And today I checked out Slither. Amazing. This was one of the best movies I've seen in a good long while. Definitely one of the best sci-fi horror movies I've seen in a good long while. It had that cheesiness to it, but it was still a real great movie. It had tons of sci-fi, tons of horror, tons of comedy, a bit of action. It was all around brilliant. If you love classic sci-fi movies from like the 50s and 60s, but on top of that you love classic sci-fi movies from the 80s as well, like The Fly and The Thing, you're gonna love this. Full of just tons of great practical special effects, lots of nods to other classic sci-fi and horror movies. I mean, there's tons of that. If you're a sci-fi horror buff, you're gonna love all the nods they get to other movies. I mean, things like names from directors. At one point they're watching The Toxic Avenger, all sorts of little like winks and nods here and there to other classic sci-fi and horror movies. It was so much fun to watch. The story isn't necessarily anything spectacular. It's pretty basic. A meteor drops to the ground, and basically this kind of plague of like an alien sort of comes out and starts taking over people's bodies. It, basically breeds, makes these little like worm sluggy guys here. They crawl into your mouth and they turn you into basically a sort of zombie. And it's kind of almost sort of like a plague. They're going to basically take over the entire world, but the people in the movie have to stop them. That's basically the simple plot of the movie, but it is a lot of fun. It's definitely a great throwback to classic sci-fi movies and the way, great sci-fi movies were done. Very little CGI in this movie. They really only used the CGI where they kind of absolutely needed to. I mean, yeah, they could have got away with using practical effects at, sometimes when they use CGI, but it was probably a lot easier to use CGI where they used it. But you could definitely tell where they could just flat out use practical special effects. They did. They didn't, cheese it up. They didn't go way overboard with the CGI. And for that, I loved it because I'm a huge fan of practical special effects. This was just such a fun movie. This should be in everybody's sci-fi horror collection. Again, if you're a fan of sci-fi horror, this definitely needs to be in your collection. I picked this up for $3 at Big Lots. The best $3 I probably spent in a good long while. This movie was just fantastic. I can't say enough about it. I really don't want to go into the plot too much because I don't want to give everything away. But like as I said, there's great sci-fi, there's great horror, there's some lots of like fun little comedy moments in this. Again, just kind of a wink and nod back to like sort of 80s sci-fi horror movies. It's just brilliant. I would definitely recommend this one. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Definitely a pretty quick update today since I only did go out to Goodwill and buy those 3 Disney VHS tapes. I will be picking up more of those in the future because like I said, I definitely want to complete my Black Diamond collection. I just, I love the look of those classic Disney clamshells. And after getting the entire Walt Disney Masterpiece collection in the clamshells, I started thinking about it more and realized I definitely want to pick up the Black Diamonds as well. They look so nice. I just want to add them to the collection. So I will be picking up more of those in the future as I come along them for pretty cheap. And I'm sure I'll probably complete that collection somewhat soon. Probably over the summer I'll have that completed because they're not too hard to find. They're pretty easy. There might be like 1 or 2 that might be a little bit more difficult, but in the end I'll probably come across them pretty soon. And Slither, amazing. It was completely brilliant. I would definitely recommend that movie. Again, if you're a fan of sci-fi, you're a fan of horror, you just love that great sort of, again, if you like movies like The Fly and you like movies like The Thing, you're definitely going to like this movie. And if you like just cheesier like 50s, 60s sci-fi movies, you're definitely going to like Slither. It was a fantastic movie. I loved it. I will be watching that one again probably really soon. I'll probably actually watch it with the commentary on it really soon. I liked it that much. It was amazing. I would definitely recommend it. It should be in all your collections. As far as tomorrow goes, I'm not sure when I'll be posting a video. It might be a little bit later because I have to run out after work. And I'm going to go pick up my first CED player. A guy actually listed on Craigslist for really cheap. He apparently unfortunately his father passed away, and he was cleaning out his attic. Came across a CED player listed on Craigslist. It was only actually up there for a half hour before I saw it and immediately called the guy up and asked him how much he wanted for it. He said he would take $30 because it's the CD player plus a couple CDs. I said, $30, good deal. I'll definitely take it. It's only like 30 minutes away from my work, so I'm going to run out there tomorrow after work, meaning I won't be home until a little bit later than I normally am to record my video. So my video might be a little bit later. I might end up posting a little bit later than normal. So there still will be a video tomorrow where hopefully I'll be talking about my brand new CD player, if hopefully it's in working condition. But yeah, so I should have a video tomorrow where I will be talking about my new CD player. But like I said, it might be posted just a little bit later than normal, but there should be one. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.